Hello everyone, Timely Matter here, back with another video. This time it's the Lamborghini Centenario. In front of you I have the Centenario Roadster, and I also have the Coupe version to show you later in the video. This mock is a tribute to the G Bricks, who's been a major inspiration for me. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I mention him quite frequently because he's just had a massive influence on my building style, and it really all started from this very car. A few years ago I bought his Lamborghini Centenario mock instructions, and it really opened my eyes as to what's possible with Lego at this scale. So after all these years, all this time refining my own building style and taking inspiration from lots of other people, I've made my own version of the Lamborghini Centenario, and I'm very excited to show it to you today. The first thing I want to discuss is the underflow air of the car throughout the entire thing. You can see I've really tried to emphasize it with the color white as the accent color, and you can see the front, it has these very distinctive front splitter at the bottom. It's very large, as you can see, and you can just imagine air rushing through underneath the car, providing that downforce. Of course, on the top of the car we also have some S ducts providing additional downforce with air flowing inside the mouth and through the hood of the car and over the top of the car as well. You've got these aero blades on the side of the car, and of course the accent color continuing to resemble the side splitter and the little winglets on the side of the car as well, just like in the Lamborghini Sian. And then at the rear of the car, one of the really big showstoppers in my opinion of the real car itself is the shape of the diffuser. It's very distinctive. It's got these half Y shapes, 3 of them on either side as well. And the next design of the car that I think is really distinctive is the number of hexagons that you see on the car. So first you see this major shape here on the top of the car. Of course this is a bit jagged in the Roadster version, but you'll see on the Coupe later as well. So it's hexagons and octagons, those kinds of shapes that you see all over the car, in the window here. Even when you think about these half Y shapes, there's 3 on either side. You put 3 of these together and you're getting a hexagon, right? And you can see here, it's especially obvious when you look at the car from this angle. You can see one line there, here, 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 and here. You get that hexagon there. And also, even when you look at it from the side, you can see this plane here. It's like that. Oh, sorry for moving the camera. The plane of the door going down, and obviously the body of the car. When you look at it just like this, you can just imagine a hexagon over the cabin as well. So lots of different design elements that I really wanted to capture in the mock. Obviously these big massive air intakes on the side as well. It's really cool. Now, one of the hidden things about this car that you may or may not have noticed now is, of course, I am using these nice Speed Champions F1 wheels. These slicks, because they just have the print, the P0 Pirelli print on the sides, which I think are really cool, but also are accurate to real car. But speaking of F1, can you see those tires? Those rear tires are the large F1 tires. So the fronts are obviously the normal size, the rear are the fat tires, which I think is really fun to include in a road car, because this road car especially is a track-focused road car, right? It produces quite a lot of downforce. But of course, in addition to downforce, this car is also about luxury. Of course, it's a roadster. It's a very expensive roadster, so you want it to have a nice interior. And this time I've matched the interior color to the trim in white, which I think is a really nice contrast to blue, as always. But also it matches up with my Lamborghini Sian Roadster, which I can show you in a bit as well. But here, if I take the minifigures out, obviously because it's a Roadster, minifigures fit very comfortably. You can see the interior is very spacious. You've got the red button there with the hole in the middle to indicate obviously the Lamborghini start button, which is very, very famous. And here, this black wedge piece represents the screen, which was a new addition to the Lamborghini Centenario, the touchscreen for the first time in a Lamborghini. So now that we've covered the Roadster, let's talk about the Coupe. Here, as you can see, this has been color matched to the Centenario Coupe that's owned by Dynami. A lot of the Centenario coupes out there are in full carbon because obviously the car is also meant to be quite lightweight, being track biased. And I think the closest color in the Lego palette to a full carbon livery or exterior is just the black color. And I think the blue color is a very distinctive touch as well as the accents, because a lot of the Centenario coupes are either with yellow accents or red accents. So I think blue is quite unique. And also, as you can see here, this time I have the road tires with the P0. This is thanks to Brick the Brick, who has supplied also the Revuelto wheels that I showed in a previous video. So here we have road tires in with the prints as well. So thank you to Brick the Brick, and you can get these tires. They're the same Lego tires, just with printing on them, and they fit easily to any of your mocks, and you can get them on Brick the Brick's website, which I'll link down below in my description as well. Here you can see the rear looks different with the blue diffusers instead of the white ones. I think it looks really cool, really mean. And of course, with the road tires at the rear, they're not as thick as the F1 tires, but you can see the tread on them, which I also think is really cool. Here you can see the difference in the roof as well. So here, instead of the spikes that we have facing backwards, we've got this sort of this general shape that goes forwards. And if I ever wanted to build this in a different color as well, this is where the contrast would be. Some of the real Centenarios have a black roof, and this section here is where it separates to the body color as well. So I have the minifigures, they're using helmets because the with the roof, the room in the interior is just a bit more tight. It's still, some minifigures still fit with their smaller hair pieces, but just to go along with the track theme, I thought I would have the minifigures in helmets as well. So I want to make a comparison with the Sion, which I've mentioned as well. So if I zoom out here and I bring in the Sion, here you can have a look at my two Lamborghini Roadsters in a blue color. They also both have white interiors, which I think is pretty cool. I think light colored interiors just feel a lot more inviting to me personally. So yeah, I think the shape of the cars are also very nicely contrasting to one another, because when you look at the Centenario, especially on the side profile, the roof line of the car is just meant to be very smooth, right? There's no major wing. There is obviously the wing that could come out in the real car, and I've not done that here because I wanted to keep it smooth when it's retracted. But when you look at the Sion, obviously it has the winglets on the side of the car, and it also just has more mass at the top of the car at the rear here. So the shape of the car is just being lifted upwards at the rear, whereas here it's very much sloping downwards on the roof of the car. I think it's a very nice contrast. It shows that, of course, like, these two cars are based on the same platform. They are designed by probably the same people, but it's a nice contrast going in different directions. Here you've got all these very sharp lines at the rear of the car, on the sides of the car, whereas here it's just focused on the hexagons and the very clean roof line. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at these wonderful mocks that I've made. At least I think they're wonderful. And I hope you guys are excited for my next one. Incoming soon will be a Ferrari Daytona SP3 update, which has been long overdue. So I hope you guys enjoy that when it comes around, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.